Yes, it seems like you guys are winning with a lot of different styles. You got Minnesota, where it was just a really clean, impressive victory, and then a really, really tough loss that I don't think anybody saw coming. And then a really character showing, come from behind, win in tough circumstances. Is this something that kind of prepares your team for any type of circumstance that you feel in?
Yeah, I mean, each time you go out there and you play, you're going to learn something about yourself and learn something about the team. I think the most valuable lesson, as we talked about after the game, is finding a way to win when you're not at your best. And, I'm really proud of the guys for fighting through some adversity that was, apparent in the first 8 minutes of the game. And nobody flinched, kept playing, and fought our way back into it. And then the momentum swings at the end of the game. Those can be very emotional. I'm sure you and the fans can attest, but finding a way to play all the way to the end and making a play when you needed to make it to win the game. So I'm really proud of them for that. Those are revealing. And now it's about what does our best look like? That's what we need to find out. What does our best look like? And so they've done a great job this week at practice, and we're going to have to play our best this weekend.
Justin, when you look at what Jaron's done through 5 games, what's he done better than you maybe expected, and what areas in particular does he still have room to work on? Obviously all of them.
Yeah. I think his comfort within the offense, his poise is, everybody has noticed. He looks like a veteran out there. He doesn't make a lot of, whatever freshman mistakes would be. He's still a young guy. He's learning every time he's out there, but he's able to take the lessons he's learned in the games and apply them in that game, and certainly the following week of practice. That's been real impressive. Obviously the ability to throw the ball, which we've seen since he's been here, and then his leadership. It showed up last week in practice. He was a captain last weekend for that reason. So I think all those things have been really impressive.
And the areas you're focused on, that really...
Yeah, there's just, playing each play, taking what the defense gives him. He's so accurate. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm, which he should. We have a lot of confidence in his arm, as do our receivers. But there's times when, taking what the defense gives him, and he's just, there's some game situations, some pre-snap looks, and how the safeties move, all those things that he's learning each time he goes out there. But he sees the game very well for a young guy, and like I said, he doesn't play like a young guy. He plays like a veteran.
Is he being a little bit more patient with doing what the defense gives him rather than trying for the...
Yeah, I think he did. He's doing it each week. There's plays that every player can play better in the game, and same with Jaron, but he's doing a heck of a job. He's getting coached just like everybody, but he's you see from week to week the improvements he's making. There's no doubt about that.
One guy who's caught a few of his TD passes, and key ones as well, is Mason Minnie.
Yep.
How much better is Mason Minnie from January to the end of September?
Yeah, he's improved a great deal. We were obviously hopeful when we recruited him that he would be the player he is, but I don't know that anybody knew he would be this good. So he's still a young guy. He hasn't played a lot of college football, but he's very competitive. He can block, he can catch, and he can run, and that's what you're looking for at tight end. So he can do all those things. He's not a one-trick pony.
There are tight ends throughout football who theoretically are the quarterback's security blanket. When things go down, they look for Travis Kelce or...
Yeah.
Is he...
Yeah, he's certainly made some of those plays. You look at the one this past weekend. That's a scramble drill. We call the play. We got kind of moved out of the pocket, and Jaron stepped up, flushed to his left. It was a scramble drill, and it was a great adjustment by Mason, and it was a phenomenal throw by Jaron, and then Mason outran the guys to the end zone. So that was a drill we work in practice, but it was not in the rhythm of the play. That was the second part of the play, working scramble drill. Yes, that's shown up because Mason catches the ball, and he's got the tools to do something with it after he catches it. So,
Justin, as an old DB, when you guys were looking at Hezekiah Moss's recruiting, did you see what he's given you? I don't think he was a big interception guy previously, and also how's he doing other than the interceptions? Has his play been what you want it to be?
Zeke, we felt in recruiting it was, you're looking for certain traits that guys have, and he's got good length, he's got quickness, He's got long speed, and it's all a matter of like putting all of it together at DB, and he has made some really big plays. I mean, the interception that he returned, he's done that now twice, where really momentum shifting plays. Well, all interceptions are momentum shifting plays, but the one against Oregon State and this one, those are huge plays in the game. I think he's got more. I really do. I think he's got more in there. He's got the ball skills that's shown up, and he can stay close to people, which is, when you're evaluating DBs, that's what corners especially, like how close can they stay to the receivers? I mean, if you just boil it all down, can they stay close to the receivers, make a play on a ball? So he's doing that.
Did you see this when you watched him last year?
Yeah, I mean, we're all projecting. We're all projecting, and you're hoping that he did have the tools, and we felt like if he could come in and continue to work at it and improve, that he could play good football. And he's playing good football, and I think he can play even better football.
Duke's had a lot of game-to-game variance. What's the process been of learning what they do and what you come to expect Saturday?
I think a lot of teams we've seen that throughout college football. That's how college football is. They're a very good team. Coach Diaz does a great job. Offensively, they spread the field. Really good skill players. The O-line works very well together. The tight end's a good player, and the quarterback is very, very good. So they've scored a lot of points. Last couple of weeks especially. They're moving the ball up and down the field, scoring points. Defensively, Coach Diaz has a defensive background. They're going to be very aggressive. There's a ton of movement. Their D-line and rushers are impressive, and so it's going to take our best game. So
Sorry, Coach. Sorry. I was saying, let's go to Matt on the phone here.
I just want to ask about Kendrick, and obviously you had the 100-yard game this last week for you guys. How is he compared to what you thought when you guys pursued him in the portal?
We saw him play. I mean, we saw him play up close, and he had a lot of tape, so we had a real good feel of what he could do. His kind of one-step cut, slashing style. He broke some tackles last week, which is something that you're always looking for at the running back position. Can you get extra yards after contact? He did that. So he did a heck of a job. Obviously, the O-line has a lot to do with that. I thought the O-line took a step forward, and we can continue to make significant growth in the run game, which is great, because that's going to be critical for us moving forward. But really pleased with what Kendrick did. Now we got to do it again and do it better.
Coach, there has been a somewhat limited rotation in the wide receiver room. What's it going to take for people to break in below the 3-4?
Earn the reps in practice. There's a couple guys that are dinged up that we're trying to get back and healthy, and then we welcome more guys to play, but we're not going to gift reps. We've got to earn them. So that's it.
Just at the outset of this.
On Mensa and Shepard.
Yeah, just really talented players. I mean, those guys can make plays on schedule, off schedule, hard to tackle. So yeah, very, very good players.
At the outset of this, you said now you're looking to see what your best is. What do you think your best is?
Well, we got to find out. I think we've seen some stretches of good football on defense, offense, and on special teams. We've had portions of games, and now, we need to find out what our best looks like. And so, last week, very pleased with the fight. And, there was adversity, and you got to be a resilient guy and a resilient team to win, and we showed that, which is promising. And so we know it's in there. Now, it's about playing better football more often in every phase, and we've had a couple weeks of slow starts, and unfortunately we had a slow start last week and played through it. But I just think there's a lot of areas that we could be better, so we can, see what that looks like.
You guys have been very good defending the run. Last week they got you a little bit, and they hadn't shown that.
Yes, two big runs. I mean, when you give up give or take a 70-yarder and a 40-yarder, the stats are going to be terrible. So, I mean, two run fit issues. If you get those on the ground for, even if it's an 8 or 10-yard run, then you're not asking the question. So 2 huge runs cannot happen. It's everybody. It's the first level, second level of the defensive linebackers, and the secondary for either losing the shoot or a poor crack replace. So those are fundamental and technique issues that have to get fixed, because that's how the stats get blown up. You give up 2 huge runs like that, you're not going to have good stats.
being able to run defense, what's going to be the hardest part of replacing McCullough at point of attack? It seemed like he did a good job of just feeding people to the right space.
Just, there's guys getting opportunities to play more now. It's an unfortunate part of the game. Ryan is a fantastic player, one of the best players on the team, plays really hard. I feel for him that he's down. I mean, he puts a lot of time into this, but now it's other guys' opportunity. So it's not on one player. It's got to be a team effort, and yeah, I mean, those guys got to step up and play.
Just, I think after the first week of the NFL, there were a lot of Cal guys who had big days, Tonjes and Aaron and the like. This Saturday, you're having guys who are a little bit older than the guys who are still in the NFL. The 75 team having a 50th reunion. Do the guys in the locker room, can they relate to, or can they take anything from that story anyway?
That's a great question. I don't want to speak for all the guys in the locker room. I think they appreciate what anybody has done in college football because they're a part of it now. Are there things that are different about college football? Yeah, I mean, exponentially different. But there's still how hard it is, how demanding the game is, what it is to be a teammate, the emotions of playing the game, the commitment to the team, and the camaraderie. Those things haven't changed. So I think they're going to definitely appreciate that. But yeah, that's a couple years ago. But it's awesome. What a cool experience for all those guys to be able to come back and spend time with each other. Because I would imagine, like most teams, they're going to come back and they may not have seen each other for 10, 20, 30, how many ever years, and within 2 minutes they'll be caught up. And that's kind of the beauty of football teams.
So you're using one kicker next week, or you got two back?
Pardon?
Still using just the one kicker?
We'll see. That's day to day. We'll announce everything starting Thursday on the injury report, but we're hopeful to get Abram back going as fast as possible.
Anybody have a final question for Coach?
Any thoughts about moving anybody outside for McCullough's spot, like Hampton or any of the other guys?
If it helps the team, we would consider it, but there's other guys in that room that we need to that are getting opportunities. I thought Jaden Wayne, he played his best football by far. TJ Bush, obviously, is going to do what he does. He's going to play a lot. But Jaden is a guy that, Curly Thomas has played a little bit more. Right now, would we move? There's different physical demands there. It's a different position. So unless it helps the team, we're not going to move a guy just to move a guy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.